Hello, my name is Jordan Cahoot. I'm an engineer with Sightline Systems, and today we're going to be exploring some of the root cause analysis capabilities that EDM offers to the manufacturing space. Let's get started. Now I've gone ahead and rendered some data here in EDM. Now, quick backstory, this is actual customer data from a customer of ours in the manufacturing space, and this is from a firing furnace. And a lot of the metrics that we have available from this furnace are temperature gauges. Now I'm going to perform some of the steps that EDM users would perform in a situation where they are having problems with their equipment. In this particular instance, we had a customer have a customer that creates or manufactures industrial grade insulation for refrigerators, and they were having some issues. The insulation that was coming out of the firing furnace was not up to standards. So what they did is they used EDM to help them find out what was the reason for these problems with the product. So we see here, just even without knowing the story, we can see that there is a pretty big gap here in some of the different temperature gauge readings within the furnace itself. So these are all different areas within the furnace, entrance, lower temp, upper temperature, things like this. Even to myself, if I don't know, I see there's a huge gap right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to zoom in on this area where I'm seeing the biggest gap. And the biggest gap I see here, I'm seeing this upper back temperature at 375 and the upper front temperature at 513, over 100-degree difference in Celsius, which is a pretty big gap. So I want to zoom in again on this area, and I'm going to now perform my analysis even further. I'm going to use my correlation feature, and we're going to use this data source, my MELSEC equipment. I think that the temperature right here, this upper front temp, is the one that's anomalous, so I'm going to correlate off of that. I'm not going to add any other equipment. I'm just going to utilize this one, and now I'm going to correlate. So I'm going to see, are there any other metrics, any other gauges, any other pieces of equipment within this furnace that are correlating with this temperature. And right off the bat, I'm seeing that the circulation fan vibration meter is correlating very strongly. A negative correlation, but a strong correlation nonetheless. And if I scroll down a little bit, I see that there are even more circulation fan metrics that are being displayed as having a pretty strong correlation with this upper front temperature. So from what I understand, this was indeed this circulation fan was one of the culprits, or the culprit, as to why this insulation was coming out of this furnace unusable. So just a few quick steps. We performed some root cause analysis. We were able to narrow down our search to find out what exactly was going wrong in this piece of equipment. Thank you so much for watching.